Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy iPodKingCarter here. I would like to welcome you guys to a competitive gaming video, I guess you can say. I've been getting a lot of questions while I've been multi-streaming on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and people have been asking me, how am I staying competitive at NBA 2K? How am I getting wins? How am I scoring? How am I playing pretty good defense, even though my build doesn't have any real defense? It's been so many questions. So in today's video, I just wanted to outline everything, and this video should future-proof you for at least the next 3 years. I repeat, if you are anyone who plays any games, whether it's a shooter, it's a party game, it's a RPG, it's a MMO, it's a sports game, it's a racing, any type of game, this should future-proof you to be competitive and stay competitive for years. Okay, so first we're going to start in settings. Okay, when you are playing your console, you want to make sure that you are always, and I repeat, always connected via LAN cable. Now, I'll talk to you guys about a few hardware things in a moment, but what I wanted to let you guys know is that LAN cable is the best connection, hands down. You do not want to be playing on Wi-Fi whatsoever. Now, for the kids in this video that are watching, if your parents love you enough, and I repeat, please beg them, what I want you to do is tell your mom and dad that, hey, is there a possibility that I could either have my own modem in my room, my own extender in my room, which allows me to plug an Ethernet cable into that router. Okay, and if they do allow it, that's amazing. If they don't allow you to have the main router, just ask for an extender and ask for a Ethernet cable, and I'll give you guys the Ethernet cable, which is also linked inside the description, which a lot of the products that I'll talk about today are linked below. Now, as far as your connection speeds go, you want to be at least 25 megabytes up and down. Now, it is 2025. Most people are running 1,000 up, 1,000 down as a standard. If you can't get that, and I understand everybody can't, just make sure that you are paying for at least 25 up and 25 down. Okay. All right. That's as far as download and upload. All right. Now, the next thing that you want to make sure is that you are playing on the console's preferred highest peak performance. All right. What that means is you want to be playing on 120 hertz. You want to be playing on a 4K monitor, and you want to make sure that you have HDMI 2.1 with your console, which means you need the HDMI 2.1 cable and you need the monitor that supports it. All right. Now, let's talk about hardware for a moment. So on screen, you see a few products that I want to talk to you guys about today. Now, of course, when it comes to your console of preference, it doesn't matter. You can play on Xbox, you can play on PlayStation. 95% of online games nowadays are cross-platform, so you won't have any problem whether it's going up against the competition, wanting to beat the competition, having stiff competition within your preferred console. You will be able to play whomever you want, whether they're on PC or console nowadays. All right. Now, as far as the monitor goes, this monitor is game tested. I'm saying to you guys that I've been playing on this monitor for probably about 6-7 months now, and I love it. It is a 4K monitor. It has 120 hertz, and it, of course, as you can see, the Ethernet cable that I want to talk to you guys, the HDMI cable that I want to talk to you guys about is right here. You want to go with a Cat 8 Ethernet cable. That is the best Ethernet cable out there right now besides Cat 9. We're not even going to get into that. That's some nerd stuff, okay? But as far as the HDMI cable, you want to go with the HDMI 2.1. You want to go with anything 6 foot or better. As far as the Cat cable for Ethernet, you want to go anything 50 feet or better. The reason why I say 50 feet is because, again, if your mom and dad, kids that's listening, won't allow you to keep the router in your room, maybe they will allow you to run a feed from that router to your room. Now, of course, if you're staying maybe 130 feet away from their room or where the main router is, I'm sorry to say that's an issue. But most of the time, people live, as far as kids' rooms and parents' rooms, are pretty close, no more than 30 feet away. So a 50-foot cable should suffice. Now, I know that you guys see a USB-C cable that is from Scuff. I recommend, again, playing completely connected. No Wi-Fi and no Bluetooth. Okay, you probably don't understand what I mean by that. Let me explain. So when it comes to playing any type of video game on console, there is always some input delay and latency, correct? So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the accessories that you use. Now, of course, you guys can see that Bluetooth is turned off for me. I don't use Bluetooth. I am always completely connected via USB cable, okay? Now, as far as the controllers that I use Scuff controllers, all right? So if you guys want to check out a Scuff controller, you guys can go ahead and check the link in the description for that as well. You can use code IKC at checkout for a discount, whatever the case may be. But I use Scuff controllers especially for my shooter games, which are always going to be, you know, Call of Duty, Apex Legends and stuff like that, and even sometimes Marvel Rivals. The reason why I use Scuff controllers for NBA 2K26 is because when I'm throwing self lobs, the self lob input is different this year. You have to press triangle and square at the same time. So if you're not playing like claw or something like that with your controller, it's super hard to throw a self lob while you're running on the break, fast break, while holding R2 all at the same time. So my Scuff controller has paddles on the back that I mapped to triangle and square that I could just press while still pressing the rest of my controller with my middle fingers on the back, and I'm allowed to throw myself self lobs with ease. All right, especially with the new input change where they've made it super hard to figure out what button presses, like you're playing the Gatorade intense, you know, feature where you have to choose which triangle, circle, square, X the entire time. So it's a crazy feeling, but Scuff makes it a lot easier for me. Now, let's talk about the in-game settings. So first and foremost, as far as a competitive edge goes, the two things that you want to make sure that you do is you want to come over to features, right? You want to go to settings, okay? You want to make sure that you scroll all the way down to motion blur, all right? You want to make sure that you turn motion blur completely off. Now, this is for any video game that you play. You want to make sure that you always turn motion blur off because you won't be able to see crisp pixels, as well as it's like giving your eyes a line of sight. Like, you ever seen a car drive by super fast and it's really hard for you to lock onto it unless you're trying to track it with your actual eyes? That's what motion blur does. Everything looks more out of focus, more faster to give that realistic feel. And that's not what we want with gaming. We don't want motion blur to bring in that realistic feel. We want that competitive edge. All right. The next thing that you want to do, you want to go to features and go to 2K beats and turn off every song that is on this list. All right. The reason for that is when you're trying to lock in, listen to your teammates, you don't need menu music and you don't need the Parks. What is it called? It is the PA volume. You don't need that on as well. Like, you want to make sure that you turn all that type of stuff off. PA volume, 2K TV music, turn all of that nonsense off. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into my career settings that's going to give you that edge offline and online. First and foremost, what you want to make sure that you do is you come down to controller settings and you want to make sure that you literally copy these settings verbatim. Okay. Of course, shot timing, you want to keep that on. Layup timing, of course, all of this on. Your shot timing visual cue is super, super important. Now, for push, this is the most important thing that I will tell you about this video. When you have a 4K monitor, You're running 120 hertz. You are plugged into the LAN cable. You have a USB-C cord plugged into your controller, not on Bluetooth. Push is your best option. Push means when your arms are pushing forward, when you're pushing the ball, when you're about to release that ball. That's when you want to let go of your button. That's when you want to stop your shot timing, whether you shoot with the analog stick, whatever the case may be. Some people also like release. Now, let me be completely clear with you. Push and release are the closest to each other. So if you don't like push, release is totally fine. You can choose release, but for me and my visual cues, push works for me. Okay. Now, the next thing, passive dribble hand switches. It doesn't matter if you're a dribble guy or not. You do not want 2K to dictate where you put that ball. That means if you do it in and out and you decide after that in and out, you want to go behind the back, and after the behind the back, you want to wait to see what the defender does. If you have this enabled, you may switch ball hands. If that person decided to blitz the wrong side, but the passive dribbling was enabled and it chose to put the ball back in the hand that they blitzed, that's your loss. Make sure you turn that off. The next thing, you want to make sure that the auto lob to moving receiver is disabled. What that means is when one of your teammates cuts, they are running down court, whatever the case may be, they're moving at all. Your player will automatically throw a lob pass for your safety if this is enabled. But in competitive play, you know for a fact if you want to throw a lob pass with triangle or Y on Xbox, or if you wanted to throw a dot while holding X or A on Xbox. So I want you to make sure that you disable auto lob to moving receiver, because this will help you in those dire times where you feel like if the player would have got the ball a little bit faster, they would have laid it up, they would have dunked it, they would have did a moving shot, they would have hit their corner three, not been 85 to 100% smothered. Okay. All right. So next thing, as far as it goes on who to guard, this is currently a broken issue in 2K for whatever reason, because we are so used to in competitive plays switching our lock to the point guard, our shooting guard stays, our point guard sometimes goes to the lock to play defense on in the corner, whether you're running a 5-out or if you're running pick and roll defense. Sometimes who to guard messes up and it puts you on people that you shouldn't be on. So what I recommend is for you to not only turn this off, but know who you're guarding, know your defensive assignment, because if you're playing twos, obviously somebody's got to get the open man. That's just communication. Same with threes. Fives is a little bit different. If you're in the rec, you're in the pro-am, you're in proving grounds, you're in, whatever the case may be, what tends to happen is people don't talk. People follow their shader, they follow their who to guard, and they just decide to run to that person at any given time. But that's not how it's supposed to be. In communication, if you're the point guard and you didn't shoot that ball and you're the first one back on defense because you're the fastest and you're the one that's up top playing defense, what tends to happen is you run back and you say, hey, I got corner. And then that person's supposed to know, like, okay, that was my man. I'm going to pick up their man. Okay, I got hash. Okay, I got ball. Okay, I'm guarding paint. It's all communication. So please turn off who to guard because it's not needed. And plus it's broken. Now, the next thing, box out assist strength. I know you're probably looking at this and you're probably like, yo, bro, why is this at 100%? Because in NBA 2K26, if you don't box out your man, you're not going to get that rebound 80% of the time. What I mean is if you think you can out jump somebody but mistime it, you're losing that war. And people are still creating builds as in if this is 2K25 with insane amounts of O board. So if you don't have a super high defensive board and you don't box out, you're cooked. So what I recommend is for every build, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, put on box out strength at 100, it'll stick to a player a lot easier. It'll find a man to box out a lot easier, and it'll allow you to secure that board without an afterthought. As far as trigger effect and vibration function on your controllers, turn it off. You don't need it. If you are trying to be a competitive player, you don't need your controller shaking and giving you a realistic feel as in if you're getting bumped by a real player in real life. That doesn't matter. Turn it off. You don't need it, okay, at all. Let's talk about another super huge competitive advantage. It is called Cruise in NBA 2K26. What I mean by that is, if you notice, you unlock cat breakers when you get to certain levels in your crew. And cat breakers are the most important thing in NBA 2K26 right now. People will kill for cat breakers. What I mean by that is dunk on everybody in their mom for their build specialization, or shoot from the logo moving while with takeover bomber. They will kill for cat breakers, okay? So Cruise is a huge competitive advantage. If you have a very active crew that is leveling up week to week, that is something you want to be a part of, okay? I made a video about Cruise. You guys can go ahead and check that on my YouTube channel. But the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the actual boost, okay? Now, of course, you can get boost from spinning the wheel or get VC. And what I recommend, if you're going to have a good session where you're going to be playing online and you get, let's say, 2,500 VC from the wheel, I say put that into your boost, okay? If it's a free 2,500 VC that you didn't have 10 minutes ago, go ahead and put that in the boost. It's going to make you a better player overall. The next advantage is your takeover meter, okay? Your takeover meter is all about what you want to do as a build. And of course, my build has all of them unlocked. I made a video about this as well on my channel, but we don't have to dive into that here. But go ahead and make sure that you choose the best takeover ability for yourself, whether it's blur, deep bomber, hydration hero, poison machine, crasher, whatever the case may be. Make sure you choose the best one for you. Now, another advantage to this game is build specialization. Now, as you can see, I am currently grinding to get my first cat breaker out of the 2 that I will get in this finishing build specialization to make my build have a 99 driving dunk. All right. But build specialization, no matter what your feat is a super big competitive advantage to have. Now, badges are, oh man, people live and die by badges. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, as of right now, my build has 3 legend badges, as I'm not even nowhere near done with this build at all. Okay, I have 3 legend badges on this build and I be going crazy. So badges are definitely another one. Max plus 1s and max plus 2s, another super advantage. As you can see here, I'm ready to unlock this for my crew. I'm ready to unlock this for my build specialization. I can't wait because it's going to turn my build into a demon. Okay, it's all about competitive advantages here, man. And that's what it's all about. Now, last but not least, all of your scoring animations also give you an advantage. I advise you to watch a couple different YouTube videos, whether it's the build you have, the ratings you have, the build height you have. Watch folks and watch their videos on what works for you. I know what works for me. As far as my jump shots, I have a stable one. I have an Iverson based one, a Reeves based one. I have one that I got from Twitches, which is my favorite right now. One of my homies, New York, tried to give me a jump shot. I will be trying this jump shot once my 3-pointer gets to 88, because that's the rating that I have to have in order to fully equip this jump shot with the blending and the speed. Now, this MLG one was from my boy Michael Lloyd Gaming. He also tried to give me one, but this actual jump shot is for a taller build. So if I do decide to make a second build, I already have one that I can, take a look at and try out, and I like it. All right. Now, as far as my jump shot, I know a lot of people, probably want to see what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my jump shot looks like. This is my jump shot. I haven't made a jump shot video at all, but what you see here is the push release is super, super prominent. You can see where the ball is pushing from, where the ball is when he's about to push. You can see the release height, the release speed, the defensive immunity, and the timing stability. All right, that's huge in jump shots. And of course, some of my other favorites, which is this Iverson one, this timing stability is amazing. The jump shot is a little slower, but man, that timing stability is huge because that's what it's all about. You want to stay within that green window and continuously stay in that green window. All right. And of course we have, stable, all of that. It's so many different jump shots that we can talk about that forever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as free throw goes, this in the rec center, the Pro-Am, Proving Grounds, I'm not going to lie to you. This is probably like literally top 3 free throws for 6'4", like and under. Like, this is an amazing free throw. It's super easy to time. The cue is literally a push cue. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And as a honorable mention to everyone inside the chat, let me talk to you about lifetime challenges. If you do your lifetime challenges, if you do 100 of them, you get a cat breaker, which we talked about. And if you do 200, you get another cat breaker. Okay, so if I were you, I would definitely start that grind to 200 lifetime challenges to get those 2 cat breakers. Okay, because you're gonna need them. Every player out here that is looking for an advantage is doing everything they possibly can to get cat breakers. So like I was saying about cat breakers, guys, everybody is looking to get cat breakers. I already have a plan for my next 6 cat breakers. So the 2 that I'm going to get from the build specialization will give me a 98 driving dunk, and I will use 1 from the crews that I will be getting. Okay, so 2 from build specialization and 1 from crew. On my 3-point shot, I will be using 1 from the other crew that I get, and I will be using 1 from the next season, and I'll be using 1 from a lifetime challenge. So I'm going to be trying to get 200 lifetime challenges done, and hopefully I can get all of that done before this season is over. And then hopefully when next season comes, I'll be right there, first day, 88 3-point shot, and trying things out, just like everybody else on the game. All right. I want to be like one of the best shooters, best all around builds. And I believe that, cat breakers will take me there. And if you didn't know, we found this out a little while back. Let me see. Where is it? My Core Street Kings Park. I think it's my player, right? I think it's my player. Okay, boom. There are a total of 28 cat breakers in the game. So basically what that means is when I start reaching the rep rewards, for more and more cat breakers, which is right around the corner, not that far away. You know what I'm saying? I get another cat breaker starter 3. I get 3 cat breakers at starter 5. So I'm going to be getting cat breakers before the next season even starts. So I can't wait. But I hope that this video was broken down to you in a very, very good manner. I hope that you used all of the timestamps that I put inside the description, and I hope that you actually consider all of the game that I've given you. You know what I mean? But other than that, if you guys have any questions for me, you can leave them inside the comment section. If there's any competitive gamers out there that noticed something that I missed in this video, make sure you put it inside the comment section. I'll heart your comment and like it up, and we'll try to, get that to the top of the comment section so others can see it. Make sure that you guys leave a like. Make sure that you, subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is your boy iPodKingCarter signing out, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
King Carter. King Carter, King Carter, iPod, King Carter, King Carter, King Carter, iPod, King Carter, King Carter.